Dave and Angie here from NewsOK TV, checking out the latest exhibit at the Oklahoma City Museum of Art. It's called Sketch to Screen.
7-decade career singer Patti Page made her way back to her hometown of Claremore. We're going to get an interview with her.
The Thunder wrapped up its tremendous season. We have all the wrap-up on that.
And a 750-pound hamburger in a local city fills thousands of people's stomachs. All that and more coming up. This is NewsOK TV.
This is NewsOK TV. Welcome to NewsOK TV, where NewsOK.com comes to your living room television. I'm Dave Morris.
And I'm Angie Brust. We are here at the Oklahoma City Museum of Art for their new exhibit called Sketch to Screen, the art of Hollywood costume design. How cool is this?
It's very cool.
I love it.
Surrounded by tons of great costumes
I know.
right now.
Hopefully you can see Superman behind us, all kinds of cool stuff. And all. This exhibit runs through August 15th, and we're going to talk to somebody about it today.
Angie, joining us today is art curator Jennifer Kloss. And let me see if I can set this up. When you drive out here to the Oklahoma City Art Museum in downtown Oklahoma City, there's this big poster of Superman. We have the costume behind us. And I think some of the importance of costumes is it provides context. It's not just the actors in a movie or even location, but the costumes play a huge role.
You're exactly right. I mean, if you think of any movie you've seen, everyone has to wear clothing. Clothing is one of the most important things. But what clothing does is create the character. So if Superman weren't in his iconic red and blue outfit, he may not have seemed powerful. He may not have seemed like he fit the character. So when all of our visitors are looking at each of the costumes, you really need to think about the process of what the costume designer goes through to really make these believable. They must fit the script and really seem believable. I think designers end up saying the best compliment they can have is that when someone says, I didn't really notice the costumes, they fit perfectly.
I love it. I love it. And that's what this exhibit also does, is it kind of shows the process. Is that right? So people can actually see how it goes from a sketch onto the screen.
That's exactly right. It's not only our title of the exhibition, but one of our priorities in the show was to really educate the visitor in the processes of what the costume designer does. In a sense, they can be considered an artist, and that's why we have them here at a fine art museum, because they really are creating the visual context for these characters. They sketch, they create design materials, inspiration boards, wardrobe plot books, they do wardrobe test shots with photographs, choose fabric, choose silhouettes. They make a lot of decisions. And so they really are truly creating some of our most favorite and memorable characters we see on screen.
I love it.
And it's not just characters from recent or past. It goes from Greta Garbo to Johnny Depp, doesn't it?
We have something for everyone. Yeah. So we have Charlie Chaplin, one of the early most famous film stars, and Mary Pickford, who was one of the most famous female stars, all the way to Johnny Depp as being our most recent example. But we have Western stars, John Wayne, and even Heath Ledger, as well as early stars William S. Hart and Tom Mix. But our women's section, Marlene Dietrich, Greta Garbo, Carol Lombard, Claudette Colbert, the list goes on.
I know.
And we have also Oscar winners, so we do really want people to learn about what the Academy does and how they honor costume design each year.
You can even see the Legally Blonde costume. I love that. And they'll have a little, obviously not real dog, right there by it.
Yes, we actually do include Bruiser in the exhibit, and he has his own costume, and he has his own mannequins. Yeah. So Bruiser is not to be left out. He's part of the ensemble.
There we go. Now, how many costumes do you have here?
Well, it's over 85. We're probably pushing 100 by the time you add in all of our design components. So it's been wonderful to talk and interview costume designers and really learn firsthand what they do. So.
That's so cool. Wonderful exhibit. For more information, what is your website?
Please visit our website, which is OKCMOA.com, which has all of our information and events going on, as well as our Sketch to Screen film series, which is going on every Thursday. So we will be showing a film which is included in the exhibition. So you can come see the costume and then go into the theater and then see it on the screen.
Oh, that's a good idea. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, they have it all here this summer at the Art Museum. It's a great place to be, and I'm sure our friend Leslie Spears would love us to mention the Thursday nights up top where you can enjoy the great weather. Great place to be here at the Art Museum and check out this exhibit all summer long.
That's true. Go to their website and they can help you out, obviously, with admission, ticket prices, all of that fun stuff. Now, another person who made a mark in Oklahoma and throughout the nation was Patti Page. She was a legendary singer. She actually went back to her hometown of Claremore, Oklahoma recently, and I was able able to catch up with her and talk to her about her 7-decade recording career. I'm out here in Claremore, Oklahoma, with the 7-decade recording artist, Patti Page. Thank you so much for joining.
You're very welcome. I was really young, wasn't I?
You were. Well, obviously, you were born right here in Claremore. They're having a huge tribute to you. This is the Patti Page Week. How does that feel for you?
It feels great. It really does.
I bet. Obviously, you started very young, and we actually saw in the press conference, they handed you a milk bottle. Yes. Tell us the significance of that. That's kind of what got you started, right?
Well, it was a milk company that sponsored my radio show out of Tulsa, KTUL, and it was the Page Milk Company, and they had a girl there called Patti Page, because the show was called Meet Patti Page. But I did not go up to the radio station for a job on the radio, per se, as a singer. I went up there to get a summer job, because our dean of girls at the school that I graduated from, Daniel Webster High School in Tulsa, sent all of us girls out to get a job. And they said, you should have a job, you know, you're going to be 13. Right. And so it's about time you started working and bringing something home.
Wow.
So I went up to Tulsa. Went up to the radio station in Tulsa and put in my application. I was hired to do a weekly show, and just as one of the many performers on it. And the girl who was Patti Page left to try her hand at the big time. And I'm not sure how many people they had that had auditioned, or if they had them on tape. I think it was even before tape. But
you got it.
I got it, yeah.
And that's how you became Patti Page.
Oh, that's right. And they were sponsored by the Page Milk Company.
Wow, I love it. I love it. So obviously your formal name is Clara Ann Fowler?
That's right.
Wow.
The Fowler girls, they called us. Yeah.
Yeah, now you sang as a family though, right? So you had experience singing.
Well, just on the front porch. Wow. You know, I didn't have any experience singing other than in church, you know.
Wow. Well, good for you. So you went from there to, was it Chicago?
Yes, that was the first place I went to.
Wow. So when did you know, I think I've made it?
I never knew that. I don't think anyone really ever comes to that conclusion unless you're very self-centered.
Even when you won the Grammys and the gold records and had gold albums?
No, I never considered that. I really didn't, no.
So you're still singing and performing to this day, and even recording
it. I'm going to make it someday.
So you're even still recording, right?
Yes, I am.
Wow, that's fantastic. So obviously singing is just in your blood now.
Yes, it is. It was part of my family, really.
How fun is it for you to be singing here?
Well, it's fun. It's very touching. It's very close to home. And I'm very grateful for it. And I'm very grateful I can still sing.
Now, you've had 100 million records, and a huge song that you sang with Doggy in the Window.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So tell us, this song, you said, is a huge popular song that everybody wants you to sing.
Well, yes, only because the young kids, the tiny kids, are taught that in their first dance class. Yeah. And they all do a little routine, and they're all different. And they're all charming.
You've said that you've sang for presidents. Yes. What an honor.
Yes, it was. 5 of them, yeah. President Eisenhower, President Truman, President Johnson, President Reagan, and President Nixon.
So even if you didn't agree with them on the politic front, you still sang for them?
Oh, sure. That's true. And I was very honored to be asked.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, what an honor to have you back in our state. And your website is misspattypage.com?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And she is a wonderful person, full of spunk and energy. She's still doing concerts today. I love it.
Good for her. Good for Patti Page.
I know.
All right, coming up after the break, we have more videos for you, including some sports. We tracked down Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant to talk about the Thunder versus Lakers series.
And how downtown Oklahoma City was supposed to look in 1989 from the viewpoint of an architect in 1964.
NewsOK has a new mobile website, and it works with any internet-enabled cell phone. So you can take NewsOK with you anywhere. View the full articles, look at the photos, all while munching on lunch. And something I'm interested in, videos. Now you can watch NewsOK videos no matter where you roam. Smartphones, choose NewsOK Mobile.
Updated look, easy navigation, videos, NewsOK Mobile. Dial into NewsOK's award-winning content, now on your web-enabled cell phone. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
Pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Welcome back to NewsOK TV. We are here at the Oklahoma City Museum of Art for their exhibit, Sketch to Screen, the art of Hollywood costume design. It's so cool. You got to come down and see this. Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder wrapped up its season, and what an amazing season it was.
And what a Game 6 it was. Damon Fontenot from NewsOK TV spoke with the stars of the game, Kobe Bryant, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant.
It was a bitter end to a beautiful season, as Oklahoma City's attempt to take the defending world champion Lakers to 7 games came up 1 rebound and half a second short. Russell Westbrook successfully kept superstar Kobe Bryant from hitting the game winner in the final seconds, but big man Pau Gasol was there for the rebound and putback to give the Lakers the 95-94 win and end the Thunder's season. Afterwards, Thunder fans stood by the thousands, thanking their young team for a remarkable season.
Proud of our guys. You know, everybody on the floor tonight left everything they had, and that's all you can ask for your team, is to give everything you got to your team, and they did that. We came up short, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. We all series long, going into the series, we knew that we would have a chance if we left everything on the floor, and we did that. You know, our home court is a special place to play, and we almost pulled out another big win for us.
So from training camp, we came in and figure we're going to try to be the best team in this league, and I think we did a good job of, competing all year long, and, we fought so hard as a team, all of us, feel that we can make that next step. So
I think that we deserve a lot. It's just being around these guys every day. We work so hard, and we play so hard, and we play the game the right way, and we respect our opponents, and, I think that, we deserve a lot more, but it's all a process. It's all about, going through ups and downs. And tonight was one of those times that, we went through a down time, but, the better days are ahead of us. So, I think if we continue with that mindset to come in every year always working hard and, playing the basketball the right way and respecting everybody we play, then the sky's the limit for us.
It's going to be an enjoyable, matchup for the next several years. We look forward to these type of challenges, and Durant, Westbrook, Green, the crew that they have. I mean, they did such a phenomenal job building this team through the draft, and the people here are, great. I mean, fans are exceptional. But yeah, we relish the challenge.
As a player and as a team, we got to go through ups and downs, and it's how we get through the down times. It's gonna make us better, and that's how it is as an individual as well. So I'm looking forward to coming back next year and playing my butt off every game, being a leader, being a better leader than I was this season, being a better player, and hopefully we go farther than we did this year.
It was a difficult end for 2 of the Thunder's young stars, as Serge Ibaka failed to block out Pau Gasol in that fateful final tip-in, and it cost his team dearly, while Kevin Durant had a horrific shooting series in his first ever playoff appearance. He hit only 5 of 23 shots on Friday night, though he did score 26 points. In the end, it's early failure that breeds later success, and Kobe Bryant summed it up best when he said that Thunder is a team that will have to be reckoned with for years to come. Reporting from the Ford Center, Damon Fontenot, NewsOK Sports.
Those videos and more can be seen on NewsOK.com, including analysis from the Oklahoman Sports Desk.
That's right. And the general manager of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Sam Presti, also, we caught him in a press conference, and he gave his thoughts on how this season went.
Our players, we expect him to come back better. I think Scott will do an excellent job overseeing that. He's a hands-on guy when it comes to development, and I think it's one of his great strengths. And we need our guys to continue to grow organically and come back better and more prepared for the roles that we're asking them to play through the year. So, there'll be a kind of a tempo and a balance to the summer as we go through it. As I said, more conversations between staff and a lot of listening on my part before we try to figure out where we go next.
And Angie, as we mentioned, all those sports videos can be found online at newsok.com. Now, coming up after the break, how I.M. Pei visioned how downtown Oklahoma City would look by 1989. We see how close he got to his vision.
And a new film shot here in Oklahoma tells the true story of the youngest licensed pilot back in the 1920s. Shot right here in Oklahoma. That's coming up.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
Dave, it is game time.
Angie, NewsOK is covering OU and OSU football from all the angles.
With photos, videos, live chats, blogs, and text alerts.
From coaches, players, predictions, and analysis.
With the most sports reporters covering the games.
So you'll never miss a thing.
Stay with NewsOK for your team's latest news.
Powered by the Oklahoman. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Welcome back to NewsOK TV. We are still here in the beautiful, wonderful Oklahoma City Museum of Art, looking at their new exhibit called Sketch to Screen, the
Dr.
art
Seuss
of
hat
Hollywood.
right there.
Yes,
it's awesome.
Costume designs. You can see dozens and dozens of Hollywood costume
Firefighters,
designs.
Cowboys, Dr.
Awesome.
Seuss hats, it's all here.
Awesome, these actual costumes. So come down and see it. Well, in 1964, I.M. Pei envisioned what he thought downtown Oklahoma City would look like in 1989.
You see, Oklahoma City commissioned the architect to build a model, 10 foot by 12 foot, and just to see how the city would look.
Okay, I'm down here at the Cox Convention Center where you can see the I.M. Pei, or the pay plan model down here, which is something that is from the 60s that I guess I.M. Pei came up with and said, this is what downtown Oklahoma City is going to look like in 1989. Well, obviously, some things may have, come to fruition and a lot of things are different. I'm here with some people who are very involved with this model and can tell us more about it. Rachel, tell us about, how long it's here in the Cox Convention Center and how long it's going to be here so people can come and see it.
It will be here through July, and then we are moving to the downtown library, to the Oklahoma room, and it will be there until we can make arrangements for a more permanent location.
Yeah, very nice. So what kind of brought about, or what came about so that you guys said, hey, let's bring this back out and let the public see it?
I began working for the Historical Society about 3 years ago, where I managed the Barney Hillerman collection, and there are a lot of images of buildings in historic downtown Oklahoma City pre-1965. And I just began asking questions and reading up on our history, and I learned about this model, and my curiosity got the best of me, and so I decided to get a team together to pull it out.
Wow, very nice. And for a while it was even in the Smithsonian?
Yes, it was. It was on an exhibit that related to the bombing.
So in about 95 or 96?
Right.
Downtown, you start to see kind of this modernist concept of high-rise living with kind of grassy lawns floating under buildings and so forth. And then also, it's another reason the pay plan is exciting, or the pay model per se, is the way in which you can start to see how he strategically sought to save historic buildings while folding in newer, more modern buildings.
Wow. That is so interesting. And then there are some things that obviously they didn't happen. I guess there are some things that are like, no, like I think there's a mall. Is that right?
Right. Well, actually, it's interesting to know that the basement portion of this Galleria Mall, this downtown mall that Pei foresaw on the edge of the Myriad Gardens, actually was built. And so we were all ready to roll. It's just that the economy wasn't there to move forward with this massive Galleria shopping experience.
The Biltmore Hotel, I hear that there was some ruckus over the fact that they thought that Mr. Pei actually wanted that one demolished, but he still had it envisioned to be right here.
There are a few buildings that he did incorporate into the plan that were demolished for one reason or another, even though they were a part of the plan.
Interesting. And something that's very bizarre, I'm sure that you all noticed, is that the reflecting pool that he had envisioned was actually where the memorial sits today. Is that right?
Yes, Pei foresaw some sort of government or federal plaza on that block, and so you see kind of the seeds of what became the Murrah building, certainly the federal courthouse on the southern edge, and at the center of that kind of modern plaza was a reflecting pool.
And do you know if he was just commissioned to do this by the city? Is that kind of the history behind it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Interesting. This is wonderful. Obviously, something that anybody can come down here and see at the Cox Convention Center. I think we're on the northeast lobby. So just come down here and check it out. What is your website if people want more information?
It's IMPEI, P-E-I, OKC.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Pretty fascinating stuff there. And you can learn more about that. The Oklahoma's business writer Steve Lackmeyer, he's big time involved in this project. Sure to follow all those comings and goings on OKCCentral.com.
Well, back in the 1920s, Pearl Carter Scott was the youngest licensed pilot in the country. And she was with the Chickasaw Nation, so they decided to do a movie about her true story. New film Pearl is exclusively being shown May 4th at the Warren Theater in Moore. The movie was produced by the Chickasaw Nation and tells the story of Pearl Carter Scott. With me here today is the director, producer, and an actor in the film. Thanks, guys, for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
So tell us more about the film.
It's a true story based on the life of Pearl Carter Scott, who was a young Chickasaw girl in the 1920s. And she was taught to fly by Wiley Post, the first person to fly solo around the world, who's played by Tom here, who plays Wiley in the movie. And it's just a very inspirational, very family-friendly movie. It's a true story of a Native American Chickasaw girl. So the tribe, Governor Anatobi, has a vision to preserve our culture and tell our stories. And so this was just a great story we thought everyone could relate to.
I love it. I love it. And she was the youngest to fly, is that right?
She was the youngest licensed pilot in the United States.
Wow. That's so neat. Good for her. Now, the film has been shown at film festivals, and you guys have won some awards. Tell me about that.
We won a few awards, actually. I don't think I can even remember.
You won Best Director.
Nice.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
We've won a couple of Best Films.
All right, we got Best Film at Indy Fest, and we got Best in the Fest at Trail Dance.
Wow.
And we've won several other awards as well.
And what an inspiring story. That's wonderful. Well, now, we're changing the subject a little bit. Is your backyard a retreat?
Mine's not yet. I'm working on it.
We're going to give you some helpful tips on how to make it one after the break.
And this local city attracts thousands of people every year for one thing. A massive hamburger, people. That's right, it's the El Reno Burger Day Festival. All that and more coming up next after the break. NewsOK has a new mobile website, and it works with any internet-enabled cell phone. So you can take NewsOK with you anywhere. View the full articles, look at the photos, all while munching on lunch. And something I'm interested in, videos. Now you can watch NewsOK videos no matter where you roam. Smartphones, choose NewsOK Mobile.
Updated look, easy navigation, videos, NewsOK Mobile. Dial into NewsOK's award-winning content, now on your web-enabled cell phone. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Welcome back to NewsOK TV. Thanks for sticking with us. This week we're at the Oklahoma City Museum of Art checking out Sketch to Screen. I don't know if you noticed behind us, it's Fred and Wilma Flintstone. Kyle Roberts, who does a great job shooting this every week, would want us to mention Wolverine over here. So really something for everyone. It's great.
I love it, yep.
And perhaps something everyone needs is a really cool backyard. Well, Angie Bress, host of Welcome Home every month, shows us how you can rockscape the landscape in your backyard.
It's the time of year when many people are making the outside of their homes luxurious. In this Welcome Home show, we are at Decorative Rock and Stone, where you can find 25 different types of gravel and thousands of different types of rock and stone. Perfect for creating your ideal backyard retreat.
Everybody can come in and Decorative Rock and Stone and pick up the items they need. Tell us what they want to build, you know, if the patio, if they rock the homes, if they want rock fireplace, if they want to resurface their fireplace. A lot of people, we do the jobs like they have a fireplace, they don't like the looks of the bricks or they don't like the looks of the siding or whatever's on the fireplace, and we show them how to do it, and we have a crew go out there and install it for them. We could rock homes, businesses, we could build patios, walkways, fireplace, fountains, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, just anything. Any kitchen floors, you know, and anything done with the manufactured natural stones. Here in Decorative Rock and Stone, we do a variety of items, like for example, specialty items, like, you know, if you need a countertop done, we do the countertops. If you need a table built out of natural stone, we build a table built out of natural stones. If you need the benches, if you need to build a patio, build the walkways. And most of the time we help customers because these days not too many people can afford to hire us to do the jobs. We show you how to do it and give you the techniques and give you the material, deliver it to your site, and people do it themselves. And that's what makes us different than the other people.
Well, Dave, if I could get my backyard to look half as good as some of those examples, I would be a happy person.
You know, it's kind of cool to come home from work and just step into your backyard, and you don't really have to go anywhere. It's just peaceful and
tranquility
and cool. All right, thousands of people went to El Reno recently. It was the 22nd annual Burger Day Festival, and Angie, I'm not going to lie to you, those burgers were really, really good. Here are the facts. It was a 750-pound hamburger, fed a ton of people, and in fact, if you were there while they were carving up the burger, you got a piece for free. 22nd year for the Burger Day, where thousands of people got to stuff their face. All right, you can find that video online, watch the full festivities at newsok.com, and of course, if you want more event information, go to wimgo.com.
Yep. And next week we are going to have tons of new videos for you that are just as exciting. I love this. Got to come down here to the Oklahoma City Museum of Art.
Definitely. All that and more you can find on NewsOK.